So yo-yo, yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo. If I had a yo-yo, I'd be yoing it back and forth. Inhumans. So we saw, if you haven't seen Marvel's Strike Time, it had a video that let us know that the next two Inhumans coming were Crystal and Karnak, I think it was. So obviously that Inhuman team is coming. It's got Quake, Black Bolt, those two, and then obviously Miss Marvel's out there, but I think you kind of want to leave her with Brawlers. So we're talking about YoYo today. So on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the television show, if you haven't watched that, we're going to do a character review on her. This is the one and only time we're going to do this one because we've got the stats in game. So that is critical, and obviously Ghost Rider is perfect for the Christmas spirit, as is YoYo, because it's a present? No, anyway. It's just the timing, really, is all it comes down to. So there's some talk that she's going to be this great character. Her kit is definitely very interesting. She can give some interesting dynamics to the teams she plays with, and the Inhuman synergy is obviously great. So anyway, we're going to talk about her abilities, her stats, and her T4 upgrades. So let's do that.
Bring me WolverThor!
Okay, yo. So let's check what she's got here. So assist counter information. She does have on her assist/counter, she's clearing 1,000 positive effects. So I think that probably is not 1,000 positive effects clear, but it's just a potential clear of some positive effects on those. I'm looking at her basic here. It looks like she can clear counter, but it doesn't look like she's clearing anything other than that. So I think there might be an error there, but anyway. So let's drop all these down to without T4. So her basic, rapid strikes. Attack primary target for some damage. Clear counter. To me, that's a whatever. 70% chance to gain an assist from a random inhuman ally. Attack can't be counterattacked. So, okay. Special. This comes, it's 5 energy, comes fully charged. Attack primary target for damage, plus bonus attack 2 times for some additional damage. So you're basically hitting this target for 3 times for 150% damage. Repeat this attack on 2 additional random targets. So it sounds like, if I'm understanding this right, you hit one person 3 times, hit another person 3 times, then you hit another person 3 times. So that's actually kind of nice. So it's you're basically getting an attack on 3 different tunes with this. And again, it cannot be counterattacked. Her ultimate is 5 charges, comes with 3, or it takes 5 to use it, comes with 3 charges. So that means you're going to be using this on turn 3. So you're going to go all or special, basic, then ultimate. So in this ultimate at that point is attack all enemies for 220% damage and grant 1 ability energy to all Inhumans. And at the 3rd turn, that's probably pretty nice. It might help them get to an ultimate or something. I know there's her speed is really high, so I'm hoping the way this lines up is that it gives Black Bolt his ultimate a turn early. Or some ability that, and I can't remember his kit exactly how the way it shakes out, but I think it was his ultimate that, you know, you'd want it be till his 3rd turn. And hopefully her ultimate, if you run it, maybe helps him get that 1 turn earlier, which would be awesome. Swift Protector and this is her passive. On enemy turn, if this character has no other protector allies, apply offense down to that enemy. This cannot be dodged. Now, before I move on, I want to talk about this for a little bit. So this only works if there's no other protector allies. So right now in the game, really the only one I think you might use is Captain America. I don't think Crystal or Karnak would come in as protectors. You know, Miss Marvel, is she a protector? Let me look real quick. So Miss Marvel's not. Really the only ones, I'm just looking at the roster here. Invisible Woman, Colossus, Hand Sentry, Shield Security, Captain America. Kingpin, if you're just trying to throw random teams together. Those are really the only protectors that you're probably going to pair her with. So this should work regardless. Just don't pair her with Captain America, is essentially what it comes down to. On spawn, apply defense up to self and all non-minion shield or inhuman allies. And that's nice because that's in all game modes. On ally non-minion shield or inhuman turn, 50% chance to apply evade to that ally. So that's pretty nice. You know, for any time an Inhumans go, she's got a 50% chance to apply evade. I'd be curious to see if that stacks. If that stacks, that could be pretty OP. And then when a non-minion shield or inhuman ally drops below 50% health, apply defense up to that ally. Again, that's pretty awesome. So there's a lot of these 50% health dynamics that are coming into the game. Gain 20% dodge chance. So those are great. I really like her kit a lot. You're talking about special, hitting a bunch of people. Then you're gonna basic, which is just kind of, you know, a normal hit. Plus you're probably gaining an assist from an inhuman ally. Then you're using her ultimate, which is attacking everybody and giving energy out to the Inhumans. And every time an enemy goes, you're basically applying offense down to that enemy, which is, and it can't be dodged. So as long as her focus is high, this is going to be pretty good. And then the defense up on your Inhuman allies, the chance to apply evade on their turn, not just when they drop below 50% like the Psylocke does. And then when they drop below 50% health, you're applying defense up. So it helps them in theory live a little longer. So, and then she's got this great dodge change. So I'm liking her kit a lot. So let's check out her stats. Okay, stats. So for those who have not seen these before, I have all of the stats in a giant spreadsheet, and I've ranked them within each category. So, and I've pulled these stats from msf.gg. It's a really good site. I recommend checking it out. The baseline I've used for these stats is level 70, 7 yellow stars, 0 red stars, T11, 1% start tech, and passive level 4. The reason that I've done that at that baseline is because I think it's relatively easy to attain, or not too difficult to attain. Obviously, you're not getting YoYo at 7 yellow stars right away or anything like that, but you know, the T11 and the passive levels and level 70, they're not out of the realm of, you know, things that people will probably push to fairly quickly. So anyway, she comes in as ranked the 22 ranked character in the game, which is really impressive. Her average stat rank is 46. I always caveat that by saying, well, do the stats that she needs, does she have those? Or does she just have a bunch of stats that don't matter? To me, she really, you know, speed's gonna matter, damage is gonna matter, focus is gonna matter. That's pretty much the main one. So let's see what she got. Health, she's got 71,000 health, 59. That's actually more than I'd expect. I would have thought she would add less than that. But, you know, given she's a protector, I guess they want to keep her around a little bit longer, which makes sense. Damage, it only comes in at 66. So her damage at 6170. This is pretty disappointing in my mind. So for all those damage abilities she has, I'm not really certain that it's going to do a whole lot. She doesn't have any additional piercing. So her damage rank, she's up there with Minerva, Mystique, and honestly, Mystique's damage, in my opinion, is trash. So if YoYo is equal to Mystique right here, sorry, YoYo, those any damage increases, I'm gonna be like, eh. So we'll have to see what the rankings of them come up with when we look at the T4s upgrades, but that's pretty disappointing to me. Armor 63rd, she comes with 3200. That's okay. Top half, which is, you know, decent. Focus, so her focus is 1738, so 35th. So not bad. It's not terribly good, but it's not bad at all. It's top third of the characters in the game, so it's, you know, it should apply the offense down, I think, more often than not. It's slightly better than Strife. Let's see who else. It's a little bit worse than Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Not that that really matters that much. Let's see who else we see here. It's worse than Phoenix and Killmonger. So yeah, I'm trying to find. It's similar to Carnage. So, you know, Carnage's focus isn't that bad. So I'll take it. So I think it's going to do what you're going to need it to do. Her resistance comes at 52nd. 1471 as far as the stat goes. That's pretty good. And then where she gets her monster stat boost is its speed. She's number 2. So that's something that really brings her up, I think, stat-wise, as far as the average rank goes. If you're looking at all these other stats, you're probably expecting her to be in the 55-ish range, maybe 55-ish range. But then this 2 comes in, and it brings it, in my opinion, all the way to 46. So if she was at the 55 range, you know, you're talking a much worse, you know, stat rate. She's around Groot and Mantis as far as stats go. So that throws, I think, the stats off slightly with her speed being so high. So even though she's ranked as the 22nd ranked character in the game, as far as a stock evaluation, as you know, related to her stats, I'm going to say trending down because of that speed rank. The speed's great, but the damage is not as high as I'd like it to be. And really, that's kind of what I was hoping for there. The focus should be good enough. But again, if you make some tunes too, you know, OP, they're going to be, you know, meta-breaking tunes. And, you know, someone like YoYo, I don't think should be. So anyway, let's check out our T4s. Okay, another spreadsheet here. So on this spreadsheet, I've ranked all the T4s in the entire game. And what I've done is I've got them in general classifications as great, good, okay, meh, crap, and total crap. And then within each one of those, I kind of rank them. And then for their damage, I do another individual damage ranking based on their base damage times a percent, and then see how that damage ranks. So the first one I've got starting from the bottom, working the way to the top, is her special. Her special adds an additional 20% damage to her primary attack, and then an additional 20% damage for all those bonus attacks. So each one of those now are hitting for 170, and then you're going to repeat this attack on one more additional enemy. So instead of 2, it's 3. So you're hitting 4 people for this amount of damage. So I've ranked it as because of that one additional target. I think at the time I was like, whatever, but it's like, let's see. I could be potentially convinced to move this up. But again, the damage increase, it's only at 215, so it's like, this is like Mystique just going around and hitting everybody, you know, and it's kind of like with her basic, and it's, I don't know, she just doesn't hit that hard, you know, so it's kind of like, all right, I mean, so could I move this one up? Yeah, probably, but I'm not sure that it's going to do all that much. Next up I've got is her basic. And her basic is and I've got this in the good, at the bottom of the good category currently. It's an additional 30% of damage to the primary, and then plus 30% chance to gain an assist from a random inhuman ally. I originally had this much lower. I think it was in the meh category. But the more I thought about it with her speed, I figured she might get a couple basics in a match. I know it's obviously you get it second turn, I believe. And so I thought, you know, the guaranteed assist might be really nice, and especially if it's Black Bolt. And the damage comes in ranked at 186, which is not very good. So the only reason you're going to do this is the guaranteed assist from a random Inhuman ally. If the other Inhuman ally's damage is not very good, I'm probably going to lower this. So this one is still up in the air a little bit. The next up is YoYo's passive. I've got this ranked as good. Originally, I had this as crap. The reason being is because I was like 5% dodge, and then the focus, I was like, but you're more than likely going to have 4 Inhuman allies. Well, hold on. So first off, the ability is plus 5% dodge chance for an overall 25% chance, which is pretty annoying. And then plus 10% focus per non-minion shield and Inhuman ally. And so basically that's going to add 40% focus for each one of those. Prior to this T4, she doesn't have that at all. So what this does is increase her focus by 40%. And we were looking at her stats, right? And the focus was a little bit, it was kind of like, okay, so 40% of 17, what is it there? 1738. Sorry for those who are quicker in math than me. It's late at night. 738 times 1.4. So that gets you up at like 2,400, which is actually really high. So that makes her focus. Let's make sure I did my math there right. Yeah, I did. All right. So that gets her focus at 2,400, which is higher than Mr. Is that the highest focus in the game then? It's higher than, well, allegedly higher than Cyclops. The highest focus in the game is Pyro. So that makes her focus the highest focus in the game. So to me, you know, now that I'm sitting here looking at this, I actually might think that's an absolute essential. So that way you're guaranteeing that the offense down is applied to the enemy every single time. So I'd really think about that. I think that, you know, I kind of thought through that as I was shooting the video here, and that's okay. You know, I want you guys to see some of that thought process behind it. So this could be potentially moved up to great. So anyway, I'd maybe consider that being an essential for her. And then last but not least is her ultimate. Her ultimate I also have is good. You know, I'm not sure. I might actually bump this one down. I want to see the ranking. It's just 50% damage, but to all allies. It comes in ranked at 93rd. It's a pure damage, and I'm not in love with her base damage, so I don't know. Maybe. You know, it's good. I think I'd probably do the passive over this one, honestly. It's just that passive with the focus increases seems like it's probably a necessity if she's not landing those. If she's landing them, you don't need it. If she's not, then maybe you do it. So anyway, those are the T4s. Now let's wrap up the Yo-Yo. It is Christmas, you know. All right, so what do we think about Yo-Yo? Game breaking. I think she's going to be critical for the Inhuman team. I think she's going to be a critical component there. I think Black Bolt is going to be an amazing tune. His damage by itself seems awesome. I think Yo-Yo is going to be critical for helping this team sustain itself. As we heard in the video from Marvel Strike Time, they mentioned that Crystal is going to have a dynamic that if Inhumans drop below 50% health, that they're going to gain a heal, a one-time heal in a battle. So what will happen is they drop below 50% health, Crystal will heal them, and then Yo-Yo will put Yo-Yo puts defense up on them, and then Crystal heals them. So they're going to get healed back up with defense up. So a lot of defense up there. She's going to have a chance to put evades on them. She's going to be putting offense down on the enemy team. She's going to be pretty good. I think if you're going to build Inhumans, Yo-Yo is an absolute necessity. I would make sure you don't ignore her. I know it's probably pretty easy right now, given that there's just so much in the game going on. I kind of wish I would have skipped a little bit of the Marauders, just to have some more gold for the Inhumans. I think that they're probably going to be pretty good. So anyway, I hope I plan on scheduling this release on Christmas. I obviously shot that way before it, but you know, hey, got to get in the festive gear. So happy holidays to all you guys. Merry Christmas to all those who celebrate. I hope you guys are enjoying your time with your family, your friends, and all your loved ones. Don't be playing Marvel Strike Force too much. It's got to be time for the family. And you know, the best gift you can give is to make somebody smile on Christmas or any other holiday you celebrate around this time of year, because it is really a nice family time. So anyway, go do that. But watch this video with them. If you want to share with them, that's great too. Always appreciate that. Hammer down on that like button, click the notification bell, and I will see you again soon. And again, have a very Merry Christmas until Santa Claus said hello.